So the Generation study is an exciting new study. It commenced in 2022, and we're excited to share the release of the first wave of data with you. There's a number of, like every large-scale research project, there's a number of people who've been involved, and they're listed here on the screen. There'll be some people who are also missed as well. My apologies. And also, while we're making acknowledgement, I also want to acknowledge and celebrate the first Australians on whose lands on which we meet, and pay our respects to elders past and present. I also want to note and acknowledge that the work that we are presenting today and data you'll have access to, or you have access to already, would not be available without the funding and support from the Australian Federal Department of Education, and also the states and territory departments of education. So I want to give them a plug, but also acknowledge that without students participating themselves, we would have no data. For the study, we have a, sorry, Ben.
Sorry to interrupt. We've just had a couple of chats. Could you put it in presenter view?
Sure.
I think it will make it easier for distance. Thank you to the person.
I'll have to stop. Hang on, can I do that? Yeah, I think I can. Is that working for people?
Perfect. Awesome.
We have a scientific advisory group for the study. So that consists of our chair, Professor Matthew Gray, who's en route from Darwin, not able to make it today. Leela Smith from the Aurora Education Foundation, Professor Lisa Calderwood from UCL, Professor Jenny Baxter from the Life Course Centre and University of Queensland, Professor Phil Parker from Australian Catholic University, Professor Abigail Payne from Melbourne Institute of Applied Economic and Social Research, Sue Thompson, who at the time of commencement of this project was the Deputy CEO and now retired Deputy CEO of the Australian Council of Educational Research, and Elizabeth Goldbull from Mathematica. And they've been very supportive and given us great advice in terms of the content and structure of the survey itself. What we're hoping to do today is sort of give you an indication as to the policy background for the Generation study. So the survey is a policy-focused survey. It's not just an academic survey, so we're hoping to capture public policies that impact on young people's education, both in school and post-school. So Andrew will talk about that, and then I'll give a description of the student survey, the methodology that we undertook, the sort of key constructs to be aware of in the survey. Dan will then talk about the school context survey. This is ACR were intimately involved in many parts of this, the Wave 1 data collection, and they administered the school context survey. So Dan's going to discuss that. I'll talk about how you can access the data sets if you don't already, and give you a bit of a flavour for what occurs in future waves. So that's what we're hoping to achieve for today. So I'm just going to pass over to Andrew.